Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. So last Friday to be exact, I had to go to the office. Nowadays this happens very rarely because I have been working exclusively from my home for the past 3 years. But still from time to time I have to go to the office, to attend some business meetings, some company meetings and stuff like that. And that trip to the office got me thinking, what's actually a good office scent? And so today I made up a list of 7 fragrances that are good in my opinion for office usage. I'll also give you some replacements for some of the more expensive designer fragrances in this list. And at the end of the video I'll give you 3 wildcard entries, or in other words, fragrances that can work in office environment given the right conditions and the right type of usage. The first fragrance in today's list is going to be one of the more obvious choices, and that's Yves Saint Laurent's YEDP. Now this is one of the most versatile fragrances on the market out there, and it's good. It works for pretty much any type of occasion. It has good performance, it has good projection, it has enough sweetness, there's some freshness. It brings sort of a blue vibe as well. It will get you compliments for sure. Just remember one thing with this fragrance, don't overspray, because the projection, especially the initial projection, can be quite strong. And even though it's a mass pleasing type of scent, you still don't want to be projecting like crazy and offend some of your colleagues. And just a quick mention to one of the possible options of replacing YSL EDP, that's ARMAF ODYSSEY Mega. Now scent wise, this is a very close clone to YSL EDP, lacks the performance and the projection, but in an office type of environment this actually can be a good thing, and this costs about a third of the price of the original. The second fragrance in today's list is going to be Davidoff's Cool Water. Now this is a clone of Green Irish Tweed from the House of Creed, sort of a simplified version of Green Irish Tweed. What you get here is a slightly sweet, slightly woody, slightly fresh type of fragrance. When I smell this, what I picture in my head is like a spring, a field, forest field in the spring time or something like that. It's very soft, it's non-offensive, it has good performance on skin, but soft projection, which makes it quite good for an office type of usage in my mind. It will get you compliments, and I think it's a pretty good choice for an office scent. The third fragrance in today's list is going to be the TURATHIBLUE from the House of AFNAN. Now this, people say this is a clone of Bulgari Tiger. Now to be honest, I've never smelled Bulgari Tiger, so I cannot confirm whether this is really a clone of Bulgari Tiger or not. But what this brings is a very nice grapefruit note in the opening. Sort of that grapefruit note sort of brings a Bleu de Chanel vibe to the fragrance, especially in the opening and the first maybe 30 minutes or so. It's as I said, very nice grapefruity note. It's citrusy. On the dry down there's patchouli, there's enough sweetness from the amber in here. It has very good performance, has very good projection, not overly strong. It's a sort of brings like a blue type of vibe to it, has a blue type of vibe to it, which automatically makes it a crowd pleasing type of scent, and I think this will work very well in an office environment. At number 4 in today's list is going to be none other than the DIOR SAUVAGE EDT, the original. Now, hate it or love it, but this is one of the best crowd-pleasing scents out there currently on the market, and has been ever since it was released. It has very good performance on skin without being overly strong on the projection side. People will love how this smells around you in the air. It works very well for any kind of occasion, and in this also that includes an office type of usage. So DIOR SAUVAGE is at number 4. At number 5, I have the ACQUA di Gio Profumo from the House of Giorgio Armani. Now you can go with any of the flankers or the original ACQUA di Gio, but I've my personal favorite out of the whole line is the Profumo. It has that blue, like classic blue vibe to it, but adds just enough of smokiness to the mix that makes the whole fragrance a bit more serious, a bit more dense, a bit more mature, and I think that only adds to the value of the whole scent profile. But you can safely go with pretty much any member of the ACQUA di Gio family, and it will still be a very suitable fragrance for an office type of usage. But as I said, my personal favorite out of the line is ACQUA di Gio Profumo. Now another quick mention about another option that's close to ACQUA di Gio Profumo in his dirty chip, and that's the JAZZAB Silver from the House of Art Al Zafran. It costs about $15 to $20, It's a sort of a mix of the original ACQUA di Gio and ACQUA di Gio Profumo, but it will serve the same purpose as the ACQUA di Gio Profumo very well at just a fraction of the price. At number 6 in today's video is going to be the ROCHAS Mustache EDP. Now this is a bit different from the other fragrances that I have shown so far. What we got here is a nice spicy opening that then transfers into a very nice mix of rose, patchouli, vanilla. You know, it has spicy opening that then turns into a sort of a spicy, sweet dry down. It's very classy, it's very gentleman-y. It brings a bit of a sort of retro vibe to my nose, a bit of a barbershop-y retro vibe to it. In my opinion, you need to be slightly dressed up to use this, and in fact that's what I was wearing last Friday when I had to go to the office. The performance here isn't great and the projection isn't great, but again I think this only adds to the value of this fragrance as when it's used as a office type of fragrance. And at number 7 I have the PRADA L'Homme, the original PRADA L'Homme. Now this is I just couldn't do a list of fragrances without having at least one iris fragrance. The iris here is done in sort of a very Prada type of way. It's very clean, it's very soapy, very classy. You get some neroli, like a nice blast of neroli in the opening. Then this dries down to a very nice soapy iris scent. It has sort of a moderate performance and moderate projection. It's very classy again. As I said, you need to be a little bit dressed up to use this, but I think it's a very nice office type of a fragrance, PRADA L'Homme. And at the end of the video, just a few options, cheap options in the right conditions that can work as an office fragrance. So one of that options is the ASAD from the house of LATTAFA. I think in order for this to work, you have to be careful with the sprays. You don't have to go overboard with the number of sprays, and it has to be sort of a cold weather outside, but this can be an office type of fragrance. Another bonus fragrance for this video is going to be the FUTURA L'Homme from the house of ARMAF. Now this is another iris fragrance, but it's very different from PRADA L'Homme. This is a clone of Valentino Uomo Intense, meaning the iris here is done in that lipsticky powdery type of way. It can work in an office environment given the right conditions, if the weather outside is cold and you don't get overboard with the number of sprays. FUTURA L'Homme from the house of ARMAF. And the last bonus entry, the last fragrance in this video is going to be the Be It All, Do It All fragrance. That's Club de Nuit Intense Man from the house of ARMAF. Now this is again a very versatile fragrance like the very first one I showed you in this video. This can very well be a office type of fragrance if you don't go overboard with the number of sprays. I personally have a few friends that wear this every day to the office and it works for them, but they only do like 2 to 3 at maximum 4 sprays, so definitely this can work as a office type of fragrance. Club de Nuit Intense Man from the house of ARMAF. And so guys, this was my video of 7 fragrances that can work very well in an office type of environment. I hope that you found this video interesting or helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.